Hey everyone, Linklight here, and welcome to my Animal Crossing New Leaf town. I have poured a lot of time into this town, and I'm really excited I finally get to show it off. I don't even know where to begin, so we're just going to kind of freestyle with it and see where it goes. So for mail, I don't even think I'm going to check the mail. I feel like that's just going to cause problems. Let's just start going down the path. So as you can see, I have a lot of patterns on the ground, which I've used to make beautiful pathways. This took a lot of time. I actually had to make multiple characters so that I was able to fit all of the patterns in the game. And as you can see, this is like where events happen. We have a little Triforce right here. Gosh, it always looks so cool. I love the way this looks. So over here we have, I believe this is the police station. And then right across we have Brewster's coffee shop. Now if I remember correctly, you actually can't have both. So yes, this was modded in order to be able to accommodate for both. I still had to manually place all of this stuff. So even though a lot of the things are modded, it still took a very long time to get everything exactly how I wanted it. It was a very long and tedious process. Right here we have two bells, and then we have like sub paths here that I've made with like clovers. I wanted to make them a little, how do you say, not as like organized, so it kind of looks like more of like a dirt path, just like a more of a pretty path instead of like a professional looking one. Ooh, and right here we have, this is where my town begins to look really modded. So unfortunately I can't showcase this to you, but you can sit on these, and this is like pretty glitchy looking, but this was really cool. I was able to make my own custom bridges in the river. Like before, now as you can see, I can't get off of the trunk inside of the river, but I used to be able to do that. That's why there's like clovers down there. You used to be able to walk in the water across. But when the Welcome Amiibo update came out, they actually patched this glitch or exploit. So, kind of unfortunate. I could have tried to get the save to work with the old Animal Crossing thing, but I feel like that would have been a lot of trouble, so we're just gonna, you'll just have to take my word for it that at one point in time you were able to cross the river here, and it was pretty cool. If we venture off over here, you'll see we have a little bit of a bridge above the waterfall. I love the way this looks, by the way. Now, I actually created like a bit of a fast travel system as well, so if you don't want to go all the way up to the ramp over there, and you want to go down to the beach, you can sit on the trunk and then hop off. Pretty cool, right? And then we have a little bonfire here on the beach, really nice. Normally you can't even put stuff on the beach. And it works the other way around too. So if I want to go back up, I just hold, and then boom, I sit back up here. Don't ask how that makes any logical sense, just accept it, you know? We're just here to accept it. Same thing over here, if I want to travel down to the beach, then we have a well over here. And this leads to the park area. As you can see, I have a bit of a fun park right here. Pick this up, and it's just like a little fun park with a lot of flowers and clovers and bushes. This took a lot of time to get right, but I love the way it turned out. It looks really cool. Now it's funny because now that we've seen footage of Animal Crossing New Horizons, this stuff isn't super impressive anymore. I mean, it's still impressive for New Leaf, but you'll be able to do stuff like this built into the game in New Horizons, which is what makes New Horizons so exciting. Now, as you can see, this used to be the shortcut in order to go to that road I showed you earlier. Like I can sit down here, and then you would have been able to go from the park to the main plaza in one foul swoop. It was really cool, but unfortunately it doesn't work anymore. Now, if we go past the park over here, it's Rosie. Eek, it's the ghost of Trifinn. Run away, run away. Is that you, Trifinn? I mean, for real? I thought you were gone forever. But you're back to stay, right? At least for one more day? Just one more day, Rosie, and then I'm off to New Horizons. Whatever, I'll take it. One more day with you, Trifinn? Totally. Let's make it the best day ever. I love Rosie. She has to be one of my favorite villagers. She's super cute. But this is like the main square area. This is kind of where the town splits into different areas. As you can see, we have a lot of flowers going on. Now, believe it or not, I actually didn't plant a lot of these flowers. The beauty ordinance kind of filled in a lot of the gaps here. I mean, obviously I planted a lot of them, right? But the beauty ordinance is incredible. One of the best inventions to Animal Crossing. And we have the ominous black cube here in the middle with some street lamp posts. These look really cool. It kind of just makes the whole square feel really complete. And this is right next to the bells that I was showing earlier with the bridge. If we head on over here, we have the other houses. As you can see, the mailbox is in an urgent state. So this is what I was talking about. I actually had 2 different accounts on here. I made alternate characters to hold the patterns because there's just too many patterns to hold on one single character. But I had them placed nicely here, so they look like neighbors. It's kind of cute. If we head on over here, we'll reach retail, and then also this cool Eiffel Tower thing right in front of it kind of adds a little bit of flair to the whole area. The whole idea for this town design was I just wanted to have something interesting to look at no matter where you were in the town. I wanted you to always be looking at something different, and it took a lot of time to get this right. Even with modding, I had to import my save onto my computer and figure out where I could put things. Sometimes putting too much stuff would cause crashes in the game, so I had to be very careful about what I did. It was careful managing to make sure that it all came together properly. Now, if we head over here, we'll reach kind of like a park area, or not really a park area, but kind of this fun arch. This actually illuminates at night, so it looks a lot better. And a little fountain right in front of Town Hall. I wanted a lot of tiles over here because Town Hall is supposed to be like this really great area, and I feel like this tile looks really nice, so it kind of just makes the whole area look, I don't know, more premium. It looks very fancy, especially with that fountain right there. All villagers' houses were also carefully placed, so for example, this one here is carefully placed. I was kind of scared to boot up this save very far in the future. I'm actually using, if you see here, I think it'll say the current year. Oh, it doesn't say the current year. We're currently in 2019 on this save because I was afraid if we went too far in the future and people moved away, it might break things and, you know, make things look sloppy and gross. So if we come down here, you'll see we have a house. I believe I put a little cool path that kind of leads down to people's houses. This is probably the most, oh wow, you can stand right here. Oh, okay, I forgot you could do this. So as you can see, the game wants you to be able to walk in front of the house. So sometimes you get some wacky stuff like this. But yeah, I wanted to really make the most out of all this space, so I ended up putting a house here, which, you know, definitely looks a bit off sometimes. Kind of dangerous. Imagine walking home at night, and then you kind of have to inch into your place. I think this is Patty's house. Yeah, Patty. Poor Patty. She really has to be careful when she goes home. And if you come over here, same idea here. This is Annalisa's house. So yeah, another quick travel thing if you want to hop straight onto the beach, which we have a little bit of a cool picnic area and a clock here. I don't know, man. Sometimes I look at this and I'm like, dang, dude, the design looks nice. Like, I'm impressed. I'm telling you, I used to be really big into Minecraft, and I would spend months with friends just designing buildings, cities with friends. I don't know why I never bothered to look into being like a city planner or whatever. I don't even know what you call those people, but I feel like I'd have a lot of fun doing that. I just love this kind of stuff. Here is my little heart thing here, along with a ton of flowers. I wanted to fill this in completely. This also lights up at night and looks really nice. Over here we have a lighthouse, which as you can imagine lights up at night, like a lot of the things here. And someone's house. I believe this is Deli's house. The idea, I really like when things have structured pathways. So the idea of this town was to kind of have a pathway to be able to access every area of the town without interrupting too much flow. Right here we have Doc's house. And if you kind of follow like the clovers, you're able to kind of get to every single person's house or place. This is Rosie's house over here. If we follow this clover pathway over here, we enter this cute little area to kind of sit on tree trunks or rocks, you know, whatever you want to hang out and kind of look over the cliffside. and then once again a fast travel area to get back down to the beach. Now, one thing that does kind of stink about having a really high-end town like this is you can't really run anywhere. You have to really take your time when you're over. I get really nervous when I invite over people to kind of look at it, but usually I won't save the game. I'll usually just force turn off my thing just in case they accidentally broke something that they weren't paying attention to, which is why New Horizons is going to be even cooler than a lot of people realize. New Horizons is going to have like server permissions, so you're able to let people run over your flowers or not, or dig holes or whatever. So that's going to be really cool. If we head on over to the beach, we have a little beach pathway with some little stars in them. I really like the way this pathway looked, and I like how it actually matches up with the sand pattern of the beach. Now, I can't remember if you have to do it during a certain time of the year in order for it to flawlessly match, because it is a bit off in color. Maybe it has to do with the time of day. But sometimes it will match up perfectly, and it looks really cool when like you can't tell that it's a pattern. I mean, you can tell it's a pattern, but it just looks a lot more seamless. If we head on over to this side of the beach, I believe we reach the rocks. Now, there are a lot of restrictions when you're modding your town. I can't remember because it's been literally over 3 years since I actually modded this town, but I want to say one of the golden rules was you aren't allowed to remove the official rocks of your town. So you're allowed to add rocks, but you're not allowed to delete the original ones. So I think these are all legit rocks that I just moved down to the beach. So if I wanted to play legit and then, you know, get the money rock or whatever, I'd come down here and start hitting them to see if I could get the money rock. If we head back to the town hall and then go a little bit north, we'll actually reach one of my favorite villagers' homes. This is he home? He is not. But I just spoiled who it is. Let's see if we can find him. If we go up and over from Wolf Link's place, we'll get a diagonal bridge. I don't know what it is about diagonal bridges, but I really like them. I wanted to have a bridge that was right next to my place so that it was, you know, more of a connected feel. And now that I just remembered about the bridges, now that I've said it out loud, that's another restriction when modding your town. You can't put in like a ton of bridges. You're restricted to the 3 of the base game. So that's why I made kind of like that custom bridge that you could walk into the river with. That no longer works, but at one point in time it did. So, you know, you have your restrictions, but you make do with what you got, and you try to find different workarounds and different ways to make things work. I think here I kind of wanted to go for a vibe of just pink. I really like pink flowers. I think I just like the color pink in general. It makes me pretty happy. So we got a lot of pink going on here. And if we head over south of the town hall, we have a checker pattern that I made out of clovers, which would be literally impossible to do in the vanilla game. You have to like manually place these. This is kind of like a nice transition pathway to the welcome amiibo area. Alrighty, I believe that is everything in my town that I wanted to show. We can go check the top left area that's usually just abandoned. I think my design philosophy over here was to just fill in with as many flowers as possible. So many flowers. I actually don't remember placing a lot of these, but it's been 3 years, so I could have easily forgotten like what I have and haven't done. All right, and now we're back at my house. So I'm gonna give a quick house tour. So something I wanna mention is my house is completely vanilla. Like there's no crazy cool things you can do with your house with mods. Like you can mod in items, but I never did that. I played this game legit, like I just played it like my own save, and then after I kind of felt like I was done with the game, then I modded it. It's kind of like what I do, same with Pokemon. Like after I finished playing a Pokemon game, at least back on the DS, I would then do like walk through walls, hacks, or just some fun stuff like that, just to have some extra fun with the game. But yeah, everything in my house was earned completely fair and square. I have not touched it ever since I modded my game. All right, and here we are in my house. We have trophies, just items that mean a lot to me. I've never been one to kind of go with a theme when decorating a room. I kind of just like to make it my own thing. Like I just kind of throw up whatever looks cool. I like to add items that have sentimental value to me, just things that kind of mean something in a way. I love Nintendo stuff, so obviously like I got my Zelda items here. I'm a big Zelda nerd. Just look at that Triforce, man. That's so cool. It's the Link to the Past opening. Amazing. And the songs that are playing in my house are usually like things that are nostalgic to me or songs that I really like. But yeah, we have a little bit of everything in here. Lots of Nintendo items. We have the Invincibility Star. I like this heart. You like collect it as you walk past, and if you're quiet, You can hear it, like you collecting it. Virtual Boy. You got everything, man. And I think this is like the, I can't even remember what the carpet and the wallpaper are, but those are pretty cool. Let's go upstairs. Up here we have, I think, like Halloween themed stuff, along with other random stuff that I want to showcase. Look, I have a second Triforce just because I'm that much of a nerd. I just want to show it off. Oh, and this little bug is actually my speaker. Yeah, and it's playing Go KK Rider. Go KK Rider is probably my favorite song of all time. I have a really long and rich story with Go KK Rider. I won't tell it today, but it dates all the way back to the original Animal Crossing. Man, Animal Crossing is so nostalgic for me. I have had such a long history with this entire franchise, and it's amazing that, you know, all these years later, I'm still playing the same game that I grew up with. Like, that's super cool. All right, and let's go to the back. So if you notice, I actually don't have my house fully upgraded. Like, normally you'd have a room over to the left here and over to the right here. Like I said, I never modded money or anything into my game, so everything that I earned was legit. I just modded the way my town looked, so I never got to fully upgrade my house in New Leaf at all. In the back room, we have just more miscellaneous Nintendo stuff. So this song is actually from the original Animal Crossing, and I'm not talking about the song being from the original Animal Crossing, I'm talking about this song is based on like one of the daytime themes from the original Animal Crossing, and it's just super nostalgic. I used to play the original Animal Crossing on rainy days with my brother and my friend. We would all just take turns in front of the giant, big ol' CRT television and just playing on the GameCube. Man, memories, man. Dude, Animal Crossing just makes me so happy. I love this game. But yeah, that's the back room. Nothing crazy here. Just a bunch of Nintendo stuff. I'm a nerd. I just like to have a bunch of video gamey stuff. I don't have like a nice room or anything. I wonder what my design philosophy will be for New Horizons when it comes to interior decorating. I'm pretty bad with interiors. I'm good with exteriors, but interiors, I don't know. It's just random stuff, man. There's nothing going on here. All right, and that's my house. We have a little bit of everything. There's still a little bit more to show you, so let's go ahead and take a look at that stuff. Hey, Rosie, what's up? Well, hi there, Trifinn. I've come up with a new nickname for you. Want to hear it? Sure. Okay, here it is. Schmoopy. Snappy, right? Schmoopy. It's good. I like it. I'll take it. Yeah, yippee. Then I'll be calling you Schmoopy from now on. Thanks, Rosie. Well, there are a lot of villagers up here. Look, there are 3. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I guess as you have more stuff. 4? All right. Okay. The other thing I wanted to show you was the other villagers' houses. They're nothing like super crazy, but I actually did eventually want to have 4 houses in total for every player slot, and I wanted all the houses to be like pretty cool looking. So let's go ahead and check this one out here. Alrighty, so as you can see, I was actually starting to follow themes for this. I forgot this was a thing. So yeah, I believe the idea behind these houses was they were actually going to have themed rooms, and they were going to be like themes that were hard to obtain. So these items, I can't remember what they're called, but I think these are some of the high-end furniture, and they're actually pretty difficult to get your hands on. And then we have a Yoshi egg. Yeah, that's always fun. Okay, so yeah, I definitely didn't get far here. We have a Virtual Boy and a Wii balance board, and that's about it, and a KK album. I think I kind of just took a bunch of random pieces of furniture I had and tried to put something together. But yeah, I didn't get very far with this one. Okay, yeah, that is about everything I can show you in this town. Hopefully I didn't forget anything because I want to make sure that I did this town justice. I spent a lot of time on it, and I really like the way it came out. Like, I'm really proud of this. I really am. Okay, it's time to sit on the tree and maybe cry a little bit. Here we go. This is it. The butterfly. It's perfect. It's the perfect scene. YouTube. So I named this town YouTube. At the time, I was still a very early YouTuber. I had never seen any success on the platform. So I named it YouTube because I was like, oh, I'm a YouTuber, haha. Lincoln and Light. I was a big Linkin Park fan. And Wolf Link. I wanted to introduce you to Wolf Link, but I didn't get the chance to. February 25th, 2015. I took office. Wow. 27th, Doc moved to town. Wow, Doc has stuck around for 5 years? Grand opening of Garden Shop. Grand opening of TNT Mart. So I was making pretty quick progress when I first started playing, because I was hooked on New Leaf. It was such a fun game. Rosie moved into town May 7th, 2015. Patty moved into town in 2016. I think I took a large break or something. I think that's why there's so much gaps here. Grand opening of Museum, Dream Suite, grand opening of Kicks. The windmill was completed. So I believe I had the windmill legit before I started modding. Lincoln moved into town, so that's when I started to do the patterns and lay down the paths. I think I did the paths before I did all the modded stuff. Light moved to town, grand opening of the Roost. Okay, and then this is where you can see I modded, because I think all this stuff is like all on the same day, so back in 2016. And then amiibos happened. I scanned my Wolf Link amiibo, or just my Link amiibo, and the rest is history. In 2018, Sylvia moved to town. I don't even remember playing that much in 2018, I'll be honest with you. And then 15 people have visited YouTube. Wow. Yeah, I'll be honest, New Leaf definitely wasn't one of the Animal Crossing games that I played the most. I'd say I played this one the least amount, just because as you get older, in 2015, that's when I actually became an adult, and that's when I really had to get my life in gear. I had to start doing things. I got my first serious job. I'd been working since I was 16, but my first serious job, and I don't know, at that point in time, I could only play either really, really late after work. I used to get home from work at midnight, and I was still going to high school at the time too, so it was really busy. Or during second period class, it was cinematography. I used to play for like 20 minutes before class. The class assignment would begin, and I'm pretty sure my teacher didn't like me playing my 3DS in class, but hey, I was going to school and working. I deserved a little bit of Animal Crossing time, because there was no time to play during the day. I went to school from like 6 a.m. to like 3 p.m. and then I walked to work, and then I worked from like 5 p.m. to midnight. It was hectic. But yeah, I still had a good time on New Leaf, and it's weird to say goodbye to it. I know one day I'll boot it up for nostalgia, but by then all the villagers will be moved around and it won't look like this ever again. So that's why I made this video, to kind of archive it on the internet forever as a little thing for myself. So yeah, this was a video for me, and hopefully you liked it a little bit too. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all very soon in New Horizons in a brand new series. Bye-bye.